Yo, what's up guys? This is Eric with Eric Talks Money. I'm here today to make a video about owning a Tesla Model S. I got mine in 2018 and it's been the best decision I've ever made. Every time I'm around my friends or people I see at work, they always ask me, what is it like to actually own and live with a Tesla? So today, as you see by the title of the video, I'm gonna go over a few things that I've learned while living with the Tesla and having to drive it for the past year and a half. So here we go. So the first thing is that it's very hard to live with electric cars. The world has not really adapted to electric as fast as people would have liked. There's not as many electric charging stations as there is gas stations. So, if you plan on going on a trip, you have to be super prepared on your route so you won't get stuck, because if you do, you're just out of luck. I've actually never been stuck myself. I'm usually super cautious about like the distance I'm going, where I'm going, how long I'll be there, because the battery does drain if your place is for a long time. For example, if you go stay at a hotel overnight, you have enough battery to go from your house to the hotel and back, but you have to kind of account for the battery drain that happens overnight, because these cars are always on. People always ask me, how do you turn the car? How do you start the car? You don't. You just hop in and go. The car is always on. It's like a phone or a laptop. It can stay on. It just has to be charged. Speaking of charging, charging at home is not that bad. I got a charger installed, as you can see here. I got this charger installed for about $200, I believe, when I first moved into this house, and it charges the battery at 15 miles per hour. So basically, if I use a lot of the battery over the course of the day, I can come home around 8, plug it up at night, and by 8 the next day, it's ready to go. Talking about the inside of the Tesla, so I have two small boys. Car seats work, but they don't work great. As you can see in the video, when you place the car seat in a certain position in the seat, it kind of covers up where the seat belt's supposed to go. So you kind of have to angle the seat in order to get them in there. You won't have this problem with the Model X, but you might have it with the 3 and the S. I haven't actually seen the Y in person, so I can't say if you'll have this issue or not. Driving the Model S is like a dream. It's super quiet. Like if I hopped in and drove off right now, you wouldn't even know. A lot of times I scare my wife because she'll be outside or in the garage when I pull up and she can't even hear me. The only noise it does make is if you turn on the AC to a certain level. I think it starts to do a slight rumble. Tech-wise, this car has everything. People ask me all the time, does it actually drive itself? It does. It's not perfect, and it's more advanced than a lane keeping system. A lot of cars now have the ability to keep you into a lane. This one is more intelligent. I've gone maybe stretches of 20 miles at a time on just autopilot, and it's amazing. Traffic, it's amazing. All you have to do is set it and it'll basically do all the work for you. And that takes away a lot of the fatigue you get from having to start, go, watch, start, go, watch. You can just kind of text. You have to be alert, just to make sure it doesn't make any mistakes, because it's not perfect. But as long as you're alert, you can text and just hang out. So a lot of people have also asked me what I like the least about driving this Tesla. I would have to say the attention. I'm not shy. I just avoid attention. I just don't really like to talk a lot. I like to, if I go into a Walmart, I just like to go and get out. And this car brings people a lot of questions, especially in the kind of area I'm in. We don't see a lot of Teslas everywhere. So, you know, people ask first, hey, is that a Tesla? Which is, it's an obvious question, but you know, we say yes, and then that sparks a convo of them asking questions about it. If you're a person who likes to talk, it might not be an issue. And if you're not, and like me, you know, it gets annoying. Talking about actually driving the Tesla, not when it's self-driving, it feels amazing. The speed and pickup is insane. There's two modes, kind of a sport mode and then a relaxed mode. The relaxed mode is still fast, but if you put it in the sport mode, it almost feels like a race car. It picks up like that. I don't know the exact specs from 0 to 60, but it's insane. I don't actually have the model, the fastest model. I think there is one that's like the fastest starting car in America. I think that's the P100D. If you're watching this and you're a Tesla expert, I'm sorry, I'm botching this. I'm just an owner, I'm not an expert. I just wanted to make this a quick video about what it's like to own a Tesla. I didn't want to, you know, just ramble on about owning it. I'm not bragging. Anybody can own one of these. Speaking of that, so a lot of people have asked me about ownership. How hard is it to buy one? I'm not gonna go very in depth into how to buy a car, how to buy your dream car. I might make a video about that later because I've bought over 20 cars and I'm 28, so I guess wouldn't call myself an expert, but I have expertise to share about the best way to buy a car, best type of car to buy based on your situation, ways to haggle, different things like that. So I might make a whole series on that just to help people on buying a car. But the numbers on this, I bought it, it's a 2015 Tesla Model S 70. So there are probably 100 variations of Teslas at this point. So these numbers probably won't match up with what you get. But in 2018, I bought it in December 2018. This car was $45,000. I traded in an Audi A7 for this, and I didn't roll over any equity or anything into it, and I didn't put anything down, as I usually don't like to put down payments on my cars because I change them so often. This is honestly the longest I've had a car. I usually get bored, and my whole life, well, not my whole life, I would say since I graduated high school, I wanted a Tesla, and this is kind of what I was working my way up to. So now I'm kind of at the top of what I want, besides a Lamborghini, which isn't practical for me anymore because I have 2 kids, and I'm not sure if I'll ever do that again. But anyway, so let's get back to the numbers. So this car was $45,000. My payment every month is $720. I got a pretty good interest rate. I believe it is 4% for 72 months or 6 years. And I know, you know, I'm a finance guy. I know you're not supposed to finance a car for that long. Your payment isn't supposed to be that high, but I promise you that for me, this is affordable. I have no issues paying the note, and I probably won't ever. I usually tell people don't buy a car unless you have enough cash to pay it in cash. Don't actually buy it in cash. People give that advice. That's terrible advice. Don't buy the car in cash because cash in America is king, and you should just take the interest. It's not, you know, that much, but keep cash in your pocket because you never know what's gonna happen. And if you watch my channel, I'm gonna be teaching people more about money and how to manage it, how to get anything you want, just like a Tesla or a Lambo or a Ferrari, or just, you know, if you want a Honda Accord, that's fine too. I just wanna help you guys to reach your goals and teach you whatever I can because, you know, I'm Eric and I talk money. So that's my video. If I didn't answer any questions about the Tesla, or if in the comments I get a bunch more questions that I didn't answer, I might make a part 2, and yeah, I might make a part 2. Stay tuned for that. I have a lot more videos coming. I started this channel, I don't know how long ago, and I had the idea just to impart wisdom about, you know, things I know about money and cars and different things, and I kind of fell off and got busy. You know, I've been building a bunch of different businesses, but I'm back now. I'm here. Let's talk money. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, share. If you want to come test drive the Tesla and I know you, just hit me up. If I don't know you, it'd be a little weird, but you can always go to the Tesla store in your local area and test drive one. So do it. You'll love it. If you ask me if you should buy one, the answer is a definite yes. This is the best car on the planet. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.